In a world increasingly defined by the intricacies of personal relationships, recognizing the presence of a narcissist can be a daunting challenge. Narcissists often wear a mask of charm, confidence, and allure, making it difficult to discern their toxic traits until it's too late. As we traverse the landscape of our interactions, it is essential to stay alert to the signs God may be revealing, guiding us to understand the complex behaviors that could indicate a narcissist in our lives. This article delves deep into 7 critical signs of narcissism, offering insights to help protect your emotional and spiritual well-being. Imagine a scenario where you find yourself entangled with someone who seems captivating at first, but eventually reveals a self-absorbed and manipulative side. It's easy to question your instincts and feel emotionally drained in such circumstances. Understanding the nature of narcissism is crucial for anyone seeking to safeguard their mental health and foster healthy relationships. This exploration aims to empower you with the knowledge to identify narcissistic behavior, ultimately guiding you toward healthier dynamics. Before we embark on this enlightening journey, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with anyone who might benefit from understanding the signs of narcissism. Together, we can foster a community dedicated to recognizing unhealthy behaviors and supporting each other in our emotional and spiritual growth. The first sign, a pattern of self-centeredness. The first unmistakable sign of a narcissist is a consistent pattern of self-centeredness. Narcissists often dominate conversations, steering discussions toward their achievements, struggles, and aspirations, while exhibiting little regard for others' feelings or experiences. This self-absorption can create a sense of imbalance in the relationship, leaving you feeling undervalued and unheard. Consider the conversations you have with this person. Are they always returning to their narratives, or do they genuinely engage in yours? If you find that your experiences are met with indifference or quick redirection back to their world, it's a strong indicator of narcissistic traits. Narcissists thrive on attention and validation, often dismissing the needs and feelings of those around them. God's intention for our relationships is rooted in love, empathy, and mutual respect. If you feel that a connection is more about their needs than yours, it may be time to reflect on whether this relationship aligns with your values and emotional health. Remember, healthy relationships foster an environment where both parties can share, listen, and support each other. This self-centeredness can manifest in various ways. For instance, a narcissist may brag about their latest accomplishments, leaving little room for you to share your victories. They might minimize your struggles or change the subject to talk about their issues. This constant need for the spotlight can lead to feelings of frustration and resentment. If you find yourself in this dynamic, it's essential to evaluate how this relationship affects your mental and emotional well-being. Moreover, narcissists often lack the ability to engage in deep, meaningful conversations that go beyond surface-level interactions. They may struggle to understand your perspective, often interpreting your emotions through their lens. This inability to connect on a deeper level can lead to a sense of isolation, as you may feel your needs and feelings are not valued. Recognizing this pattern can be your first step toward breaking free from the emotional toll that such a relationship can impose. Understanding that you deserve connections where your voice is heard and your feelings matter is crucial in protecting your mental health. The second sign, manipulation of emotions. The second sign to be aware of is the manipulation of emotions. Narcissists are often adept at using guilt, blame, and emotional turmoil to control those around them. This behavior may manifest in various ways, such as sulking, throwing tantrums, or expressing anger when their needs are not met. If you find yourself constantly walking on eggshells around someone, it is a clear indication that their narcissistic tendencies are affecting your emotional landscape. Consider how this individual reacts when you assert your needs or express concerns. Do they respond with understanding, or do they quickly pivot to make you feel guilty for having feelings? This manipulation can create an unhealthy dynamic where you feel compelled to prioritize their emotions over your own. God desires our relationships to be built on foundations of love and mutual support, not on manipulation and control. If you sense that your emotional well-being is being compromised due to someone's need to maintain dominance, it is essential to reassess the nature of this relationship. Recognizing that it is not your responsibility to manage someone else's emotions can liberate you from the cycle of guilt and self-doubt. Narcissists thrive on keeping their victims emotionally off balance. They might oscillate between affection and cruelty, leaving you unsure of where you stand. This inconsistency can create a toxic cycle of seeking validation from them, further entrenching you in their emotional games. When you encounter this manipulation, it's vital to establish clear boundaries. Setting limits on what behaviors you will accept can help protect your emotional health. Remember that God wants you to engage in relationships that uplift and empower you, not ones that leave you feeling drained and anxious. The third sign, lack of accountability. Another critical sign of a narcissist is a distinct lack of accountability. Narcissists are often unwilling to accept responsibility for their actions, frequently shifting blame onto others or making excuses for their behavior. If you've encountered someone who never admits wrongdoing or deflects criticism, this pattern may indicate narcissistic traits. This lack of accountability can be particularly damaging in close relationships. You may find yourself shouldering the burden of their mistakes or feeling compelled to cover for them to maintain peace. This dynamic can erode trust and create a chasm in the relationship, leaving you feeling isolated and unsupported. Reflect on your interactions with this person. Are they quick to justify their actions or downplay the impact of their behavior on others? Do they refuse to acknowledge how their choices affect those around them? If so, it's essential to recognize that this behavior is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a sign of their inability to engage in healthy interpersonal dynamics. God calls us to be honest and accountable in our relationships. When accountability is absent, it can lead to feelings of frustration and resentment. If you find yourself repeatedly having to remind this person of their actions or feeling responsible for their emotional state, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider the impact it has on your overall well-being. Establishing boundaries is crucial in these situations. Communicating your expectations and holding the other person accountable for their actions can foster a healthier dynamic. However, be prepared for potential backlash, as narcissists often resist accountability and may react defensively. Recognizing the lack of accountability in your relationships can empower you to make informed decisions about how to move forward. Surrounding yourself with individuals who own their actions and seek to improve can lead to healthier, more fulfilling connections. The fourth sign, belittling and criticism. A fourth indicator of narcissistic behavior is a tendency to belittle or criticize. Narcissists often undermine others to elevate their self-esteem using derogatory comments or dismissive attitudes to assert superiority. If you find that your self-worth diminishes around someone, it could be a sign of their narcissistic tendencies. This behavior may manifest in subtle ways, such as making jokes at your expense or dismissing your achievements as insignificant. Over time, these comments can erode your confidence and create a toxic environment where you feel devalued. God desires for us to uplift and encourage one another, not to tear each other down. If you notice a consistent pattern of belittling or criticism in your interactions, it's essential to address it directly. Consider how these comments make you feel and whether this relationship is contributing positively to your life. Recognizing that you deserve to be surrounded by individuals who appreciate and support you can empower you to set boundaries. In many cases, narcissists may use these tactics to maintain control over others. By keeping you feeling insecure or inadequate, they reinforce their sense of superiority. This dynamic can create a vicious cycle where you seek their approval, further entrenching you in their toxic behavior. It's essential to remember that constructive feedback is different from belittling criticism. Healthy relationships encourage growth and improvement, while narcissistic dynamics aim to diminish and control. If you find yourself in a relationship characterized by constant criticism, it may be time to reevaluate its impact on your emotional well-being. Establishing boundaries around acceptable communication can help create a more positive dynamic. If the individual continues to belittle or criticize you despite your attempts to address it, consider distancing yourself from their influence. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting individuals can help restore your confidence and sense of self. The fifth sign, lack of empathy. One of the most defining characteristics of narcissism is a distinct lack of empathy. Narcissists often struggle to connect with others' feelings or perspectives, exhibiting an inability to understand the emotional landscape of those around them. If you notice someone consistently dismissing your emotions or failing to offer support during difficult times, it may signal narcissistic traits. Empathy is crucial in nurturing healthy relationships, and when it's absent, the bond can become shallow and unfulfilling. Narcissists may view the world through a self-centered lens, interpreting others' emotions as reflections of their own rather than recognizing them as valid experiences. This inability to empathize can create a sense of isolation, as you may feel your needs and feelings are not valued. Reflect on your interactions with this individual. Do they respond to your struggles with indifference or dismissive comments? Do they appear more focused on their own feelings than yours? If so, it may be time to consider the impact this dynamic has on your emotional health. God calls us to be compassionate and understanding toward one another. If you consistently feel unsupported or invalidated in your relationship, it's essential to seek connections that prioritize empathy and understanding. Surrounding yourself with individuals who genuinely care about your feelings can create a more fulfilling and supportive environment. Recognizing the lack of empathy in your relationships can be challenging, especially if you're emotionally invested in the connection. However, understanding that you deserve to be heard and validated is crucial in fostering healthier dynamics. Remember that God wants us to experience love and compassion in our interactions, so don't hesitate to seek out relationships that reflect those values. The sixth sign, jealousy and competition. A sixth sign to be aware of is a pattern of jealousy and competition. Narcissists often feel threatened by others' successes, leading to feelings of envy and a need to one-up those around them. If you sense that someone in your life is consistently undermining your achievements or viewing you as a rival, this behavior may stem from narcissism. This dynamic can create a toxic atmosphere where you feel like you must compete for attention or validation. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual support and encouragement, while narcissistic dynamics breed insecurity and rivalry. If you find yourself feeling anxious or stressed about how someone will react to your successes, it's essential to reflect on whether this relationship is truly healthy for you. Narcissists may resort to various tactics to undermine others, such as downplaying your accomplishments or making backhanded compliments. This behavior can leave you feeling disheartened and questioning your self-worth. Recognizing this pattern is crucial for breaking free from the cycle of competition and focusing on your growth and achievements. God desires for us to celebrate one another's successes and support each other in our endeavors. If you find yourself in a relationship characterized by jealousy and competition, consider whether it aligns with your values and spiritual well-being. Surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you can foster a more positive environment. Addressing this dynamic directly can also help create healthier boundaries. Communicating your desire for mutual support and celebrating each other's achievements can foster a more collaborative atmosphere. However, be prepared for potential resistance, as narcissists often struggle with the idea of sharing the spotlight. Recognizing the signs of jealousy and competition in your relationships can empower you to make informed decisions about how to move forward. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals can help create an environment where you feel valued and appreciated. The seventh sign, erratic and unpredictable behavior. The seventh and final sign to consider is erratic or unpredictable behavior. Narcissists can be volatile, displaying intense emotional reactions that leave you feeling unsettled. This unpredictability can create an environment of fear and anxiety, where you're unsure how they will react to various situations. If you find yourself constantly on guard around someone, it's vital to assess whether this relationship is worth the emotional toll. This erratic behavior may manifest as sudden mood swings, explosive outbursts, or cold silences that leave you feeling confused and anxious. You might find yourself second-guessing your actions or words, constantly trying to appease them to avoid conflict. This dynamic can be emotionally exhausting and can significantly impact your mental health. God wants us to experience peace and stability in our relationships. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells, it's essential to seek clarity and protection from emotional turmoil. Recognizing that you don't have to endure such volatility is a powerful realization that can empower you to take action. In many cases, narcissists may use their erratic behavior to manipulate and control those around them. By keeping you off balance, they reinforce their power and dominance in the relationship. This dynamic can create a toxic cycle where you feel compelled to placate them, further entrenching you in their emotional games. Establishing boundaries is crucial when dealing with erratic behavior. Communicating your expectations for respectful and stable interactions can help create a more positive dynamic. However, be prepared for potential backlash, as narcissists often resist accountability and may react defensively. Recognizing erratic behavior in your relationships can empower you to make informed decisions about how to move forward. Surrounding yourself with individuals who exhibit emotional stability can lead to healthier, more fulfilling connections. As we conclude this exploration of the hidden signs of narcissism, it's essential to remember that recognizing these patterns is vital for maintaining healthy relationships. God may be revealing these signs in your life to guide you toward emotional safety and spiritual well-being. If you find yourself relating to any of these indicators, take a moment to reflect on your relationships and consider what changes may be necessary for your well-being. Healthy relationships should foster growth, support, and mutual understanding. If you find that your interactions with someone consistently reflect the signs of narcissism, it may be time to reassess the relationship and prioritize your emotional. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe, like, and share this video with those who may benefit from understanding the signs of narcissism. Together, we can create a community that values healthy relationships, emotional intelligence, and spiritual growth. Remember, God is always guiding us toward connections that nurture our hearts and soul. Your well-being matters, and seeking healthy, supportive relationships is a crucial step toward living a fulfilling and joyful life. In a world increasingly defined by